is about 90 degrees outside, so I am here in my craft room. I'm going to be showing you guys how to build Gunpla today, but before I get started, I want to kind of show you guys my workspace, show you what projects that I've been working on lately. And so this is actually my main desk. This is where I do most of my crafting. All this over here is, I actually found this desk on the side of the road, and it's really nice. So I'm keeping that. This is for my other projects, like my kit bashing, stuff like that. This is my main desk. We have a drawer here where I keep my Tamiya masking tape. This is great if you're going to do painting. Gundam markers, which we will be using in this video. As well as in here, we have Q-tips, which are super useful. A Kotobukiya effects parts. Some Dymo tape, again for some extra stuff, which I'll show you in another video. Paint trays. These are droppers for my enamel thinner and spoons for testing paint. And then down here, we have all my paints. I have an absurd amount of paints right now, which I have all planned on different kits. With the exception of this little bottle from Gaia, everything in here is Mr. Color. Mr. Color makes great paints, but that's neither here or there. And over here, we have my paint setup. We have my incredibly messy airbrush booth. We have my airbrush and airbrush holder, which I'll be showing you guys more of this in another video, as well as my compressor. So I finished reassembling this morning. This is the Master Grade Mark II that I showed you guys in the last video in this series. I completely took it apart and I painted the inner frame using metallic Mr. Color paints. And then I painted everything else. I did some pre-shading here on the parts, which I'll show you guys how to do in a painting video much later on. You can see the back. You can see the metallic copper parts here. You can see the tubing in the backs of the legs, and it really comes out when you do some articulation there. I'm really proud of how this turned out. It's the first Master Grade I've ever painted, and I was really worried about it, but I'm really, really proud of it. We got some parts that, open up here. This red part is kind of a pain to get to come out there. You can see inside the cockpit there. I also painted, let me get you to stand up all the way, the weapons as well. This is the beam rifle, the hyper bazooka, I think it's called, and the shield. And I actually custom mixed pretty much all the paints. The red paint here is standard Mr. Gundam color red. Yellow is Mr. Gundam color yellow, but the dark blue here is actually a mixture of black, blue, and Gundam white. And the white has a little bit of black in it, and the backpack is actually, the backpack and also some parts like, let me see if I can find it. I'm not actually sure which parts were it because we're painted completely black, but for those I use pretty much completely black paint with a few drops of the same color that I used for the main body. And you can see I did some shading on the outer white parts. You can see it really well there. You can see it well there. Overall, I'm really proud of this. Like I mentioned, I was really nervous because it's the first time I painted a Master Grade and I didn't want to do it on a new out-of-box kit. But now I'm very confident in my abilities to make these kits look great in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and tackle this next. This is my backlog. These are all the kits that I have yet to build, with the exception of these 3 boxes here. Those are just old kits. I have, from top to bottom, I have the Master Grade Exia, Tall Geese, Turn A, Master Gundam, and then for high grades, we have the Cherubim Saga type, the AZ Gundam. For SDs, we have Gundam Exia and the 00 Gundam, which I plan on doing a review of both of those in the same video. A figurized bust of Setsuna FCA from 00, a GP Build Fighters base that I plan on using on another project I'm about to show you, and then the green LED Gunpla units. I'm going to be using those for the Exia down there. And then I have the 00 Razor Master Grade, which I got a really good deal on, so that's why I got it. Also because I just love the 00. And the high grade Dantalion from Iron Blooded Orphans. I'm going to be doing that soon, and I'm going to be doing a painted inner frame for that because the IBO kits have just that fantastic inner frame. And I have some other stuff here. I have some polycaps that I ordered online. I have some builder's parts, and those are being used in this project. So if you watch Gundam Build Fighters, you would know that there is a lot of fun with making your own Gunpla, and that's what I'm working on here. You have all my parts, my cannibalized Zeta, that you'll see my review of that soon, next week. This is the Geist Gundam Yes, I'm calling it that because there's no reason I can't be cheesy. The legs are from the Hazel, the feet are from the Zeta, as well as the arms and the head. The chest is from the Jesta cannon, and the shoulders are from the Hyakshiki Revive. It has a backpack unit that attaches to the cannons from the Jesta cannon, but I also plan on using the Zeta wings here, as well as, where is it? It should be here somewhere, as well as the shield from the TR1 Hazel, which I can't find at the moment because this workstation is a mess. But I've got a lot of cool tools here. I have my putty, I have my pin vise, I have my saw, my caliper, and I have some more builder's parts over here. So like I have the verniers, and I have the radome. I really wanted to get this because I plan on popping a few radomes on this thing. I love radomes. I love the Gundam Sentinel kit designs. I love Metal Gear Rex. So I'm really excited to do that. I also have a old umbilical cord from a Ava Unit 1 action figure that our dog destroyed. So I'll be happy to use that. And I'm lucky enough to have 2 high mega launchers from the SD Zeta Gundam kits because I had 2 of them. This is actually from a kit I attempted to paint about 5 years ago. I tried to paint a Zeta in Sylveon colors. Didn't come out too good. So I'm going to be using these and modifying them into just kind of like dual-wielded rifles. And you have the little side magazine that I've drilled a hole into, and I pushed that in there. I believe this is from the Thunderbolt Gundam, the Full Armor Thunderbolt. But anyway, those are my current projects. I'm really excited to get this one done. I'm going to be entering it in the Build Divers contest. I don't expect to win, but I really hope that other people think it's cool, and might draw at fighting some other people's Gunpla. I'm a big fan of Tom Aznable's Psycom U Jagan, the white one. That is a nice design, and as you can see, I just love Jagans, but that's not why we're here. Let's go ahead and get to how to build Gunpla.